Heidi ho, my peeps. I am back home after my really wonderful 4 days of vacation. Starting with taking Brenda to Abigail's, like you guys saw, then driving from Grass Valley to the Bay Area to spend the afternoon and the evening with Leigh Ann and her husband. It was great. The only thing that was not so great was that the, hey there, Mallory. The traffic was, I've never seen traffic this bad. I've never seen it this bad. From the point on the freeway where I could see the toll booths on the Bay Bridge to the point that I was over the Bay Bridge took about an hour and a half. I'm not kidding. I have never seen the traffic this bad. And it was, I think it was probably because there was the Gay Pride celebration going on, and the city was really impacted with lots of people. So that's probably why. Then when we went to dinner, in San Mateo. All the restaurants were packed. Lots and lots of people wandering around, which was kind of fun. I normally hate that kind of thing. I don't enjoy like lots of people and stuff, but I don't know. Last night there was this general feeling of exuberance, and we kept running into this gang of policemen. There were 3 of them, and they were all young, in their 30s probably, and they were all outfitted with guns and everything, And we ran into them the first time standing on a street corner, and we started joking with them, hey, we're going to hang out with you guys. We feel safe, and, this kind of, happy horse shit. And they were so cute. They were laughing and joking along with us. Then, we walked down a few streets and came back, and we met them coming and going in front of, a restaurant that we were trying to get into. And we joked about, who's following who and that kind of thing. That's really kind of neat. So, as you saw in the Periscope, we had some pretty marvelous dinner. It was Indian food, which I don't eat very often. Only because you can't find real good Indian food in my area. But it was excellent. It wasn't just good, it was excellent. We had a wonderful dinner. Then I went back to Leigh Ann's. I said hi to Soli and Maui, and then I had to hop in the car and leave because I wanted to get home before my husband left this morning. So I got in the car around 10:30, left Leigh Ann's, 10:30ish or so. I pulled into my driveway at 3:30. It was a long drive home. I kept getting rerouted by things like car accidents, road work. When I finally made it up over into the valley, I was going up over the Pacheco Pass there that is the coastal range of mountains. I come down in by the San Luis Reservoir, the backside of the San Luis Reservoir, and it was lit up with a fire. I mean, there were fire lines in every direction. I first thought that it was a controlled burn because the fire that I could see, it was fire lines that had been set. And Grant tells me no, he thinks there was a fire there, and that was just the firemen kind of mopping up, but they were mopping up in the middle of the night, so that was weird. And there was smoke all the way, for 20 miles after I passed that. So it was a very eventful drive home. I did catch some gridlock somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 1:30 in the morning or so, coming through San Jose, and it was road conditions that caused the gridlock. We went from, I don't know, 4 lanes, 3 lanes down to 1 lane, and that took, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe to get through there. So what should have been a 2.5 hour or 2 3/4 hour drive turned into this big long ordeal. But my husband had prepared me. He'd given me a lot of CDs, and I was just listening to music and kind of reflecting on my week, and strangely it went by pretty quickly. So that is the recap. I want to show you what my beloved friends gave me. I'm going to be shooting a couple of videos. This one, I just wanted to tell you about my wonderful week and show you what Abigail and Leigh Ann gave me. So, without further ado, Abigail collects vintage linens and makes things tops or just different stuff out of like old pillowcases and tablecloths. So she buys lots of linens. Well, she found this and she thought of me. Let's see if I've got it right side up. This is just a printed blank. You're supposed to embroider this thing. It's a peacock on natural colored linen. Isn't that pretty? So it's just the printed, you know, outline, and then what I'm supposed to do is go back in and embroider and bead and all of that. So that is super cool. I love that. She also gave me something that she said it looked like me to her, and I just love it. It's a little laundry bag. Let's see if I can smooth it out so that you can see the design. And it's got one of those embroidered ladies and it says laundry. And those embroidered ladies, that's something that Abigail collects, actually. She really likes these embroidered ladies. And she's given me a couple of really beautiful pieces. So this is neat. I'm going to use this in a display in somewhere around my laundry area. So that's cool. Then she gave me this. I wanted to buy myself one of these, but I was too cheap. And so Abigail, being Abigail, somehow knew, and she bought one. This is called a yarn bowl. What you do is you put your ball of yarn in here, and then you run the yarn through this hole here, and that way as you're pulling your yarn out, your ball of yarn isn't going all over the place, and it's being nicely contained. I've seen you can make yarn containers out of pop bottles and this and that. I've seen them made out of all kinds of things, but this is a beautifully carved wooden yarn bowl. And I am thrilled, just thrilled to have it. It's so cool how your dear friends really know you, and when they give you something, it's fraught with meaning and history. So that's just, it made me feel loved. Thank you, Abigail. Okay, now I also received a gift from Leigh Ann. Several gifts, actually. Let's see. Okay. You guys know that I bought 2 of these when I was at Daiso the first time. We did manage to make it to Daiso. I'm going to do a haul video about that. But they didn't have these anymore. They had some blue ones that didn't have handles. It was the same kind of thing, but it wasn't nearly as coolio as this. So she happened to have purchased one at the same time I did, and she gave this to me. So I now have 3, which is really neat because she said that she never uses it, and I told her that I use mine all the time. When I'm making lunch for Grant and I, or somebody comes over and I'm doing hors d'oeuvres or little nibbly dibblies, it always goes on one of these. I just love them. So there we go. That was very sweet and thoughtful. The other thing she gave me, and this is funny, because I had seen these in a catalog, and the first person I thought of was Leigh Ann, and I thought, wow, I want to buy one of those, but I realized they only came in a set of 6, and it was kind of expensive to buy 6 of them. So it went on my mental list of, oh gosh, if I find one, I'm going to get one for Leigh Ann. Lo and behold, she gets one for me. And it is a little macaroon box. It's a little, it's ceramic. It's a little ceramic macaroon. And we all know, those of us who know Leigh Ann, know how much she loves macaroons. So I thought it was so cool that it was one of those, you know, I would get it for you and you ended up getting it for me things. So again, I'm feeling very loved. I also want to show you what Leigh Ann sent me home with. She sent, well, first of all, she sent me home with a full stomach because she paid for dinner, which was very sweet. And then she sent me home with this super cool Dollar Tree bag that I just love in purple and tan and white. And it's full of goodies. So let me show you the goodies. This had pretzels in it. When I opened it, the pretzel, it smelled like maybe the oil had been getting a little old. So I ate a few and then I figured I better not eat anymore. So my pigs enjoyed these this morning. So Leigh Ann, the pigs say thank you for their morning treat. They loved it. but I checked everything else. I mean, the date was a little old on this one, but everything else was well in date code, so I'm sure this is all good. She gave me the Friday's onion rings that are so hard to find. Grant and I are going to do a taste test with these. I got some Good Health veggie chips, veggie chips, and I'm sure I'm going to eat these myself. Pure Leaf tea, which I drank on the way home. Animal crackers. This is going to go into a care package for Grant and his son when they take off on their trip to Nebraska next week. Some Jif to-go dipping, which is also going to go with Grant. And some of this cheddar cheese flavored dipping stuff. I ate one of them on the way home with the pretzels, and the other two I think I'm going to send off with Grant. Then some wasabi ginger snacks. I'm going to keep these here. I love these. Anything, you know, any weird Asian wasabi sweet and sour junk I adore. She also, no, don't be sniffing my snack foods now. She also sent me with a bunch of different teas, herbal teas, and I think I'm going to go make one right now. As soon as I'm done with you guys, I'm going to go make one of these mint medleys. My friend Sharon over at Matronista had given me some mint tea, Shakespeare mint, which I adore. That stuff was so good. I got, I think, 1 or 2 bags of that. And I'm going to try to find that again because that stuff was great. But I've got mint tea here. I've got chamomile. And then she also gave me an orange spice tea, which would probably be really nice iced. So I'll probably make a pitcher of iced tea. So, got those. And last but not least is a bottle of Voss water. Those of you who don't know, Voss water is like super high-end drinking water. Comes in a glass container. People save their containers. This is a flavor she said she wasn't so sure she liked. Lemon cucumber. No, I haven't. Whoa. Wow. Look at that. My ice just melted in no time. Okay, so I haven't tried this yet. I think I am going to drink it as I do one of my upcoming videos. So, that's it. Just a quickie check-in to let you guys know I had a really, really, really fine time. I was on the hunt for Birkenstock sandals. I found a pair in Nevada City on sale. They were $135. But they were, you know, the really thick, tough, oiled leather with the beautiful rose gold hardware. They were nice, but I need to continue to look around. I need to try to find something under $100. So Birkenstocks are a big investment for me. I will wear them for years once I finally get a pair, and so I want to make sure that whatever I buy is, you know, versatile but you know, within my price range. So I'm continuing my search for Birkenstocks. And what else? Oh, today I'm just back at it. I'm out working today. It is hotter than heck. It's like 104 right now, and kind of a weird overcast sky, and it's a little bit of a breeze, but not much. So, oh, and we inherited a new chicken. I drove up in the driveway, and there's this tiny little rooster wandering around the driveway, crowing at 3:30 in the morning. And my husband tells me that our neighbor brought it over because the other chickens were picking on it at their house. So we've inherited. We seem to be the rescue ranch. We're always ending up with these animals that either aren't functioning well where they were living, or they wandered over here because they didn't want to live where they were living before. Something. So we have a new rescue bird. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. Oh, I also wanted to tell you, Leigh Ann introduced me to Periscope last night. We downloaded it on my phone, on my Android, and I think I'm going to start doing Periscope in addition to YouTube, or as a, you know, an adjunct to YouTube. I can see how you totally get hooked on Periscope. I mean, you know, you can find people in your area, and all these people are, you know, just talking live. You just click into any of these little conversations that are going on, and oh man, it sucks you in. So I think that I'm going to start doing that. So I set up my account. Of course, it's Cheryl Coyote. So, and that you can find me on Periscope under Cheryl Coyote. And I'm going to try to look for you guys and any of you that that are on Periscope that actually do videos. I want to be able to do that thing where, you know, I'm following you and you're following me. So that's my latest tech advancement. So I will say goodbye to you all, and I'm going to come back in the same clothes doing a couple of haul videos. So bye bye.